So with the Gage Spec Ops DLC, it's kind of like the Mod Courier and the Butcher mod pack. You basically get some mods that you can put on your guns. Some sights, a fast loading magazine. The fast loading magazine is actually pretty crazy good. It goes on assault rifles and a few other select guns. And there's also a few other tidbits here and there, like the JP36 and the IZHMA weapon-specific mods. So today I'm going to be going over the IZHMA mod, since the mods added for the Saiga with this pack can actually make a huge difference to that gun, while so far most of the other mods don't really seem to have a huge impact on whatever you put it on. Except for that speedy magazine. But, that's pretty self-explanatory. It gives your gun a fast reload. It's nice, but overall I don't really think it's something I really need to cover in depth, right? So let's take a look at what I mean. The two weapon-specific mods for the IZHMA that were added are the short barrel and the hollow handle. Both just increase concealment. And with the current stats that I have on this gun, it has a magazine of 22, total ammo 70, rate of fire 333, damage of 81, accuracy of 20, stability of 64, concealment of 27, threat of 6, and reload time of 3.7. So I do have the shotgun skills, which is giving me the extra damage and such, as well as that larger magazine. But mainly, it's just that increase in concealment. So I guess I'll also go over what else I have modded this gun with. I've given it triple-aught buck, a short barrel, silent killer suppressor, concealment boost, auto fire, hollow handle, compact laser module, 8K rubber grip, and the skeletal stock. So the reason why I went over those mods is because, well, the biggest difference between the old Saiga and the new Saiga is the concealment, as you saw. It's decent. Hell, it's more than decent. It's actually really good. It's up to 26 concealment, 27 with that free boost that you can get from the drops. And that alone makes it very viable for dodge and crit setups, which, in my opinion, is just what this weapon needed. So if you know me at all, I'm quite fond of my friend Soze's laser gun build, his magnum opus, if you will. It was the type of build that tipped the weapon from being mediocre to pretty fucking great. The Saiga pretty much falls into this category now. Alone, only supported by shotgun skills, it's very mediocre. Sure, you can make it work, but generally there's no reason to use it when you could just use one of the pump action shotguns. And on the other hand, the AA-12 is pretty much a straight upgrade to the Saiga. It has the same ammo, damage, rate of fire, pretty much the same everything for the most part. Only difference being the AA-12 comes with a drum mag as part of its kit, meaning you can save a whole lot of points by skipping out on close by ace. And honestly speaking, I don't think these shotguns were used very much to begin with. With the myriad of changes this game goes through, the Saiga was never something of a fan favorite from my experience. It's just too weak to be justified using, and though they may have tried to compensate for that in other ways, by giving it ammo and such, the gun just still isn't up to par. Pretty much sounds like the Street Sweeper, right? But now, with the mods that were added with the Gage Spec Ops pack, they increased the concealment of the Saiga considerably, making it viable for crit setups. And you guys know me, crit is the answer to all weak weapons that people don't use. SMGs, weak shotguns, you name it. It basically ensures that some weapons can compete with others. And for 1 down difficulty, the majority of my builds I have some form of crit, dodge, and to a lesser extent, silencer skills. And that's essentially what I'm running right now. I'll leave a link to the build in the description, but in essence, I have Sneaky Bastard and Low Blow for dodge and crits, silencer damage skills, and the Enforcer shotgun skills. Shotgun CQB, shotgun impact, close by, overkill, reload, damage, whatnot. It's basically the laser gun build in a nutshell. Some slight differences, a little bit harder to build since you need a few more skill points for stuff, but at the end of the day, it's the same general concept. The Saiga I have is equipped with a silencer, it's been modded for concealment, and it uses the triple-aught buck ammo to maximize its damage potential. All that's left is really just to use the full setup and see for yourself how good it is. Since this is a pretty commonly used setup by me, I won't go too much into it, but by far one of the best things about this setup is that the Saiga is fully automatic with the 22 round magazine after gaining the skills, meaning you're just some fucking lawnmower of destruction. I will say though, that despite the Saiga's new versatility and viability due to the mods it got, I still think I like using the Street Sweeper for this build more. Like I said, the build eats up slightly more points than the Street Sweeper. And not only that, but the pickup for the Saiga doesn't seem to be as good as the Street Sweeper. The Street Sweeper has some pretty godly ammo pickup, even without fully loaded. But with the Saiga, I tend to find myself running low on ammo a lot more often. And that right there is pretty much just the main difference between the two. It's mostly a minor gripe, nothing too big. I guess if you also want to fancy yourself a new stealth shotgun, this one could do it for you. The concealment on this thing is really damn good, to the point where, not a lot of other weapons come close. Not sure why they wanted to give it, that much better concealment, but whatever. I ain't complaining. I just gotta say, I love using builds and weapon setups like this, because just from watching the gameplay, it's clear that it's pretty effective, even on the highest difficulty. But what's more, is the ease of use, too. With shotguns in this game, you don't need to have godlike accuracy. You just need to have a weapon with fairly low accuracy, and then you can aim in the general vicinity of the enemy, and you'll do just fine. This setup works super well for tight choke points where you just funnel in enemies and such. It works on a lot of maps in this game. So I'm pretty glad that I have yet another shotgun I can add to my rotation when I feel like using it.